Hey y'all, it's Brandon, and welcome back to Brandon's World. I missed y'all. I'm like, I gotta make sure I get this video out for my homies. I missed y'all so much. What? Y'all can see I'm currently in Narnia right now. I'm in Narnia looking for the Billy Goat, the half man, half goat. I'm looking for, my bitch Lucy in Narnia and my other hoe, Peter. What's his name? Edward. What are their names? Oh! What were their names? I know Lucy. Oh, shit. Oh, hello? Sorry, y'all. Okay, let me try that again. What were their names? No, now I'm about to look it up. Let's look it up before we get into this video topic. Because now I am curious. Let's fix this lighting. Now I'm curious. Okay, Lucy, Peter. I feel like the other girl's name was Sophia, Sophie, and Edward or Edmund. Edmund. Let's see. Let's see how close I was. Lucy, got that. Edmund, got that. Peter, got that. I'm killing it. And Susan, her name was Susan. I was close. I said like Sophia or something. I was close. But yeah, I love them. I love that cast. I'm in Narnia looking for my friends, and I don't know where these hoes are at. I gotta hurry up before the Ice Queen comes. Um, Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, y'all. Hey guys, it's Brandon, and welcome back to Brandon's World. Now, today we are going to continue with the Reddit confessions, but with a slight twist. Okay, this is going to be, let's see. So the title is, what is the most disturbing deathbed confessions you've ever heard? Ooh. So, I gotta make sure I put a disclaimer. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer in the beginning, like how I did last time, because the topics, especially deathbed, like you're gonna say just about anything on your deathbed. You're really gonna tell the truth, cause you finna die. You finna die. Can you spell? You finna die. So you don't care. You like, I'm gonna cross over. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say my deepest, darkest secret. So let's see. Some of these though I might not read because I don't know. This is my first time reading this too. So if it's too much, I'm gonna not put it in. I'm not gonna put it in the video. I'm not gonna put it in the video. I'm trying to fix this lighting. Okay, first one. No, I'm not reading that. I can't read that, y'all. Hold on, let's see. Okay, this one's a little long, but we got time. We got time. So it says, my great grandpa came home from World War I, and his family had a great big party. He noticed his 13-year-old sister was missing, so he went and looked for her. He found their neighbor. Oh, dang. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that because we don't. Mm. Next one. Let's continue. Next, yeah. You know, I don't want assault to be trigger warning. Trigger word. Oops. I don't want assault to be the main topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get some other types of confessions. I don't want to be, triggering people out there. Reading something and it's reminding a subscriber or a viewer of their personal experience. I'm not trying to re-traumatize anybody, so let's try to find something else. Okay, let's try this one. My grandfather. Oh my god, another one. Y'all are just so. Oh my gosh, can't read that one. Dang, what's this so much assault? Oh my god, y'all confessing to this kind of stuff on your deathbed? This is what y'all are. This is what y'all are about. Next one by Absolute Bob. My mother started confessing to her friend when she was a teenager. She had been senile for about a year and usually didn't talk much, but she was speaking directly and clearly. Uh-oh. Her story was very detailed, and we were just sitting there horrified. A few hours later, she was back in a more sedated state, and someone figured out it was the plot of a book by an author she loved. Oh, that's a good little plot twist. I don't know how much she was aware of anything at that point. She early the next morning, but she would have absolutely laughed her ass off if she knew what she did to us. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad she was just reading something from a story and she didn't actually confess to a crime. That's good. I like that. I like that. All right. I ain't mad at it. Okay, let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if we can get something juicy. Let's see. Next one by Blue Maria 05. A nurse once started, oh, excuse me. A nurse once shared that an old man confessed to sabotaging his brother's parachute during World War II because they were in love with the same woman. His brother and the woman married someone else anyways. Damn! He said he lived with the guilt every single day. Yeah, hope he did, ho. Hope you did. Hope you couldn't breathe, sleep, just terrorized, just traumatized. That's what you get. What? All over some coochie? All over some coochie? You gonna sabotage your brother's parachute for some coochie? But they got power on the skeet up on the sheet skeet for what hour? Coochie got power. Coochie got power. That coochie got power. Got y'all going crazy. Dang, it's so powerful. It got y'all. The coochie so powerful. It got y'all sabotaging your brother's parachutes. Your brother. It got you sabotaging your brother's parachutes during World War II. Dang. Is that good? Dang. And the woman married somebody else. So you basically just murdered your brother for nothing. What? Wow. Wow. I was not expecting that. Next one. Excuse me. This is by Fun. All right, here we go. Not really anything compared to murders and ish, and not really a confession. Then what are you talking about? We're here for confessions. But the day my great grandfather he asked me to retrieve a suitcase from under his bed and throw it away. It was full of corn and sex toys. He was 98, so good for him. But also, I wish I had just thrown it away. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we're supposed to be rating these too. Oops. So, oops. Okay, the first one about with Absolute Bob and the mom confessing to murdering her friend, but she was just reading the story. We're gonna give that because she didn't do nothing wrong. So really, like a 2, only because because that's really not that bad. A 2 because that's not bad. Like she didn't murder anybody, but that's very interesting. Like plot twist, she got y'all. So 2, but that's good. To get a 2 is good. We wouldn't want her getting a 5 because she's not a murderer. Next one, the nurse with the old man sabotaging his brother. 5. Sabotaging his brother for some coochie that he couldn't even get. You didn't even bag her, babes. You didn't your brother for nothing. What? 5. The one with the toys, the grandpa telling his grandson or granddaughter to throw away the chest with all his toys and corn. That's a one. Grandpa, it's okay, grandpa. Everybody begin they freak on. Young, old, it's okay, grandpa. It's okay. Next one by Jermaine Kitty. That's supposed to be German. Jermaine Kitty. Not quite a confession. Then get off. Okay? Should I even read this? Not quite a confession. We're here for confessions. If you're not confessioning, you gotta go. Not quite a confession, but near the end of my mom's life, she asked, "Where are my boys?" My twin and I thought she meant girls. So we told her we were there. After she died, the day before the funeral, we got a call from a PL asking if they could speak to my mom. I told them she had just passed away, and the PL shared that they represented a client looking for their biological mother. I was seriously thinking it was someone that somehow heard my mom had passed and was trying to get money. At the time, I was grieving, so it seemed that plausible. I decided to hear her out, and she was absolutely describing my mother in parts of her life that no scammer would have known. Come to find out, our mother had two boys from different men prior to marrying our father. One of the men was from her hometown, the other was from Japan. So much of her life before our dad was an enigma suddenly. Both her sisters had Alzheimer's, so no information was ever shared with us. Wow. She did say, "Where are my boys?" But it sounds like she had two boys and a daughter, too. Wow. Family secret. That's the thing. Y'all don't be knowing, but families be having secrets. Families be having secrets, and they be taking them secrets to the grave. That's why y'all got to get close. Or if they're not toxic, y'all got to get close with the older generations in your family so you can get the tea, get them family secrets so you can know what's up, so you can know who to mess with, who not to mess with, or just mess, or not just the older generations. I'm sure younger too, but y'all, yeah, because families be having secrets. Families be having secrets. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna still give that a one. Like that's not bad. Like okay, yeah, she has some kids, threw some other men. That's fine. Whatever. Next one, Princess Foxglove. It's nowhere near the level of what some of these are. Okay. But growing up, my mother and grandmother had always been very estranged. They had an arm's length relationship, and the only times we visited were generally a disaster. But to her credit, my mom tried and wanted me to have a grandmother, and the memories that came with it. She tried her best, but something was very off. Hmm. Small details trickled out over the years, but they were vague. When it was time for my grandmother to I remembered on her deathbed. Oh, I just said the word. I gotta look at the guidelines. I visited my mother. Okay, when it was time for my grandmother to kick the bucket, I remember on her bed. I visited. My mother did not. And my grandmother told me right before she passed, "Tell your mother I always really loved her despite everything." That was a strange thing for her to say because been something why would that have been something she needed to say? I didn't tell my mom right away because after my grandmother passed, she was oddly emotionless, and I felt like it was not something my mom needed to hear just then. Okay, considering your mother's feelings. A few years later, the truth came out when we were talking over the phone. My mom told me that when she was 5, my grandmother tried to run her over with a car because she found out her affair partner was touching my mother. What? Wait a minute. My mom told me when she was 5, her my grandma tried to run her over with a car because she found out her affair partner was touching Her mom. Oh, I see. So really she should have took that car and ran over her man, maybe, for I don't know, touching on her child instead of getting mad at the child and running over the child like the child stole your man. Huh? What? But that really be happening though, where the moms will direct their anger towards the daughter or the child instead of their creepy pedo partner. What? Pick me, pick Misha. All right. Ooh, sorry. That's just. She wanted to get rid of her. It didn't work because a neighbor saw and intervened. So my mom ended up getting sent overseas to her father's mother's home to be safe while that got dealt with and my grandparents got divorced. Wow. Sorry to be up on the mic like that, but wow. Wow. Five. Oh, wow. Granny, girl, girl, you going to HE double hockey sticks in a handbasket with gasoline draws on. Are you serious, Granny? What? It's what? You gonna run over your 5-year-old? It doesn't even matter what age the daughter is, but it's like what? No hesitation. Let me just run over my child. What? What? And I wouldn't even tell my mom. Oh, Granny wants to know that she always really loved you. Girl, we don't want to hear that. You didn't try to murder me. Are you serious? We don't want to hear that. We don't want the recipe to your peach cobbler. Wow. What? And how can you what? That's not the kind of love that I would want anyways. You're saying you really love me, but you tried to murder me. What? Even if it is true deep down inside, that's how you really feel. You really do love me, cherish me. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of love. Oops, it's all dark now. I don't want that kind of love, babes. What? Wow. That was a good one though. Okay, next one. This is by Sentient Prosthetic. I don't think I'd call this a confession, but it was just before he passed. I volunteered at a hospice and there was a guy who had pretty severe dementia. Before he passed, he started reliving a moment from when he was drafted for Vietnam. Oh shit. Taki mushrooms. Here we go. He mistook me and another volunteer for his war buddies, and apparently they had schmurdered a man and his family when they got back. From what he was saying, it wasn't supposed to be the whole family, but things spiraled and they wound up the man, his wife, and her parents. He was unnervingly calm, not panicked, just calculated. He didn't acknowledge anything we were telling him either. He was stuck in that memory. He was in the middle of going over how to hide the bodies when he slipped back into his normal self and then refused to talk anymore about anything to anyone. He passed away shortly before dinner time that same day. Wow. Ain't that crazy? And it's like rightfully so, those types of decisions you make stay with you forever, haunting you, circling in your brain, replaying itself over and over and over and over. You're hearing voices, you're having dreams, hallucinations. What's real? What's not? We don't know. That's crazy. Um, that's crazy. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna give you a 5. What y'all hear? What war or not, baby? What? I don't care. $5, $5 foot long. You're getting a 5. What? That's crazy. What? And then you gonna stop talking when you start when you gonna wrap it up when you start talking about how you gonna hide the body. Oh, I would have been scared. Why is cruise control on? Actually, let me leave that on. I need that on. I would have been scared. What? All right, next one. This says deleted. Ooh, this might be a little spicy. Man on hospice for cancer summoned his kids a day or so before he passed to confess that his wife, the mother of the children, who he reported missing 30 some years prior. The dude planned it all out perfectly. Wife had some kind of trip planned. Man Schmurder's wife rents wood chipper, dismembers wife, puts her through the wood chipper into a decent sized stream on their property. After he's done, lights wood chipper on fire, lets it burn, then turns it into insurance a few days later. When wife fails to return home from trip, he reports her missing. Kids had absolutely no clue. Crime would have gone completely unsolved if he didn't confess. I didn't hear the confession, but was involved with some search warrants on the property after the kids reported it to state police. Wow. 5. Wow. You just never know, y'all. You just never know who you gonna marry, who you're getting to a relationship with. Like you think you know somebody, you probably really love that man, and then he didn't offed her and threw her in a wood chipper, and then reported her missing like he didn't do it, and then would have gotten away with it if he didn't confess. Wow, 30 years, and the kids like you just I don't know what happened to your mom. And you murdered her. Wow. 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 That's crazy. Okay, next one. Let's do a few more, then we'll wrap it up. This is by Ruminations Zero. Oh my gosh. I watched a video and this super old granny in Alaska talked about how she murdered her abusive husband in Tennessee or wherever. So she thought about it for months, was abused during and before that. Then she asked him to fix something up high in the barn, hid some rakes under hay, and straight up pushed the ladder and made him fall on the rakes, killing him. So she calls the police. I think it was like 1940 through the 50s, between the 1940s and 50s. And they investigate it and find he fell on accident. She moved to Alaska and lives a long, fulfilling, and happy life. She gets a 1, 0 if we could. If we could give out zeros, we'll give her a 0. Girl, she did what she had to do. She did what she had to do. He was abusive and she was over it. And we don't know what kind of abuse she endured. He should have been a kind man to his woman. Are you serious? Are you serious? Y'all stay wanting to be a husband, but you're not husband material. Y'all stay trying to wife somebody, but you're not husband material. You're not. Wow. I don't see anything wrong here. I don't. Not guilty. Thank you. All right. Next one. Katana. Avion? Avion? All right. I used to care for people who were disabled in some ways in their homes. One man I cared for was elderly, over 80 years old, and just needed help with the day to day things like cooking, cleaning, driving places, etc. Okay? He was a perverted guy. Oh, and always had something to say to the ladies. Oh, some cognitive issues with impulse control being the main thing he lacked, which led to lots of inappropriate comments to women, theft from stores, and random fast walks that he needed to be redirected back to back, go back. What? Theft from stores and random fast walks that he needed to be redirected back Go back to the house. Okay, okay, okay. Redirect. Okay. One evening, we were sitting on his porch and he asked me what the date was. After I told him, he was very emotional and sad. And shared it was the day he lost his family. Oh. I knew he had no family who visited or cared for him, and that he had been cared for by agencies for decades. Damn. I saw the obituaries he had hanging in the house, and only one mentioned him as a survivor. It was clear the family stopped including him when he was young. Oh, he confessed that when he was a teenager, oh, he had, okay, trigger warning, he had touched he had touched his little sister. When she told, oh, oh, should I read? Oh, I was not. Oh, when she told he her to death, he shared details of how he buried her under a sign next to the road. He described the dress she was wearing and how mommy was never the same. And daddy tried to me when they found her. Whoa, that took a turn. I'll never know for certain if it was a false memory from his cognitive decline or if he confessed the reason he had no family in his life and was not mentioned in any of the obituaries of his parents and siblings. Oh my God. Wait. And only in one of his grandmother. But I will say, I believed him as he was telling me. Girl, I would have believed him too. What the helly? It felt different than any other of his stories that you knew were probably not true or exaggerated. He passed away a couple weeks later. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe him too. I believe him. No, I believe him. Mm-mm. And like she said, it felt different when whoa. I was not expecting that. Whoa, that made my stomach just drop. Oh my gosh. Then he, his little sister, buried her under a sign next to the road, described it all. Family found out. Obviously, they're outraged and try to get him. Whoa. No, I think he really did that. That's a five. That's a five. Like, mm-mm. 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 Yes, the disability may, you know, it may result in you having the urge to commit certain acts, do certain things, but at the end of the day, I truly believe disability or not, like you understand right from wrong. You do. You do. He knows that was not okay. He knows that was wrong. And he knows what he did. I don't care. I don't care. That's like them situations where someone has a disability, and because of their disability, they're more inclined to be, aggressive. And when people just blame it on the disability, well, oh, he has a disability, so that's why he's aggressive. But you can't just leave it there. You have to problem solve. What are the treatments? You know what I'm saying? What's the solution? You can't just be like, oh, my kid has a disability. I'm gonna just leave it. They may be a little rough. You might get popped, but hey, that's part of the disability. No, you can't do that. There's a solution for every problem. So yeah, that I'm really at a loss for words. I'm really at a loss for words. Cause yeah, and then she already said he was perverted. So she already said he's perverted, be looking at ladies, has something to say to the ladies. So a lot of inappropriate comments to women specifically. Yeah, no, they. Mm-mm. So after that happened with his little sister, the family was done. They was like, yeah, we're done. Wow, that just no. Mm-mm. Wow. And on that note, I'll see y'all next time. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go maybe sit by the beach and just sit in the sand and look at the waves and just reflect because that just wow. Woo! Shoot! Wow. All right, y'all. Well, let me get on up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed those little clips. Hope you guys enjoyed those stories. There will be more coming soon. Definitely be doing a. Mm, I guess the next video will technically be part 4 because it'll be the fourth Reddit confession. But no, in a way, it's part 2 because this will be part 2 of the deathbed confessions, right? Part 2 of the deathbed confessions. Whew, I'm just flabbergasted, baby. But yes, don't forget to what is it? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. I will try to get part 2 up this week. You know, today is what, Tuesday. Let's try to get part 2 up by I'm gonna say Thursday or Friday. Thursday or Friday. Well, all right, y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay up, keep that head on a swivel, baby. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Thank you.